Okay, after you've imported my sample code, you'll have this, and this is the test file. So you can comment each of these out and run the code and see what happens. So for example, in the first one here, uncommented, total double I'll be running. So it'll be this file. Now, you have to go through that code yourselves and figure out what's happening and ask me if you don't understand. Right, the next thing you need to be aware of is how to set this environment up in order to test this code. So I have created a folder called input on my desktop, and I've created two files. One is called doubles.txt, which is a 10.2 space 8.5 space 1.3, so three doubles separated by spaces. And the second one is words.txt, right? So Mary space had a little lamb, right? So all words. So you can't mix integers, doubles, and words together the way we're doing this at the moment because we're doing it very basic. So basically, we're using text files, okay? Not Microsoft Word, but an edit a text file, text view. Let me see. So you can go new, and you're creating a text document. All right. I'm not sure what the equivalent in Apple is, but this is for Windows 10. The second thing that should be also be aware of is you should see the file extension if you can. So what you should do is go to view and make sure this is clicked so you can see the file extension, because sometimes you might call it doubles.txt.txt, which is different from doubles.txt. Right, so that said, we're going to run doubles.txt. So, sorry, beg your pardon. So what I need to do first of all is copy this directory, because I'm going to need this directory to get to these files. Run the program. Input file. There's the directory. It's called. Okay. Now, output file. So I'm going to create a new file, and I can call it, say, answer.txt. And when I run that, it's created a new file in the directory called answers.txt, and the code is done that, okay? Copied over the doubles and then totaled them. Right. Another way, I'll just look at words here now as well. So Mary had a little lamb. So let's say I wanted to actually, we're 3 lines there. Now, I can come along now and let's say I'm going to uncomment doubles and comment in doubles and uncomment total lines. So I'm now working with this file here. So again, you can go through the code and figure it out. So when I run this, now the file is, oops, typical me. I don't want to put Mary had a little lamb. I want to put it in the directory. It's very annoying that. And forward slash, and it was called words. And we'll paste it in again, and we'll go maybe say answer 2 dot txt. And now we'll go back in, and we'll see answer 2 dot text. And the number of lines is 3. Okay, so if you want to check that, there's 3 lines. Right, so that's one way of doing it. There's another way where I'm just going to close that off again, where you might actually want to do it slightly different. So in that case, you will, so let's go back to, I keep opening the wrong one there. Let's go back to doubles for a second. And you don't want to be pasting in the code all the time. So when you want to run this, the main method program, right, rather than just clicking there, you can go run configurations. And if you go into the second arguments there, I've already tested this, but basically what you do is you paste in the directory into other, where you're working all the time. And then when you run that, okay, so input file, and it was called doubles, okay, and then you didn't have to put into directory C, and in this case I can call it, ans2 or whatever you want, .txt, and run that. So you don't have to be pasting in the directory all the time, and answer 2 gives you the same answer as answer 1 that time. Okay, so that's how you actually set yourself up in order to run these different programs. So you should run each of them and figure out what's going on. And then you might have a look at this one for the last question, and here might be also of some help. So that's the setup.